Hey, so today on Tuesday's Tip, hey, we just wanted to go over a project that we've been working on. We've worked with a construction company, Luke Yoder, and the Parkers on a project out in Powersville. Some of you may recognize the old house behind us. It's an old antebellum home. They say it's about 100 years old or somewhere right around that. We're right outside between Byron and Fort Valley. And in Powersville, and there's a train here, and they said back in the old days, people used to ride the rails, get off, and they used to come up from the railway and stay here the day and night, and then get back on the train and go back to wherever they're headed to. But this is going to be turned into an event space. So if you're looking for an event, these guys out here would be more than happy to talk to you about that. They're going to be finishing up the project here in about a month. And they'll be ready for business and that kind of thing. So if you're looking for an event space, you ought to give them a call, try them out, see what you think of the place. But hey, we wanted to talk to you today. We're going to take a tour of the property. So what we did here is we came in, Yoder Construction, they built a huge retaining wall across the front of the property, built these massive steps, and then we came in behind Yoder Construction. We put in a complete irrigation system. So as you can see, we've sodded the front yard. We've put down approximately about 40 pallets of Bermuda sod in the yard. We've also come in and put a complete irrigation system. The irrigation system will be controlled by a Wi-Fi controller. So we're able to monitor the irrigation system without having to do a whole lot of work, being here on site, those kind of things. We've also, down on the other side of this wall, as you'll be able to see, there's some lights on top of the wall. We've also going to be putting some lights along the bottom of the wall, down on the bottom side. Those lights will give us some uplighting on the wall, so at night we can have the different layers of lighting. That lighting will be controlled by what's called a Luxar controller, and that Luxar controller has some really cool features. So we were able last night to connect it to Wi-Fi, and we were able to change different lights into different colors. We were able to change the intensity at different times throughout the day. It's really cool because it's GPS pinned location, and so you actually don't have to go out and set the controller for the time zone or time change or anything like that. It automatically does all that work for you. So instantaneous, when you plug it up, it knows that it's in a certain time zone. It knows that it's in what time the sun rises and what time the sun sets. So that way you don't have to worry about dealing with all of those features. The other really cool thing about it is you can actually set up in groups. So you can have groups of lights, say the front yard and the backyard, down by the road, whatever. And in those locations, you will actually see that you can have them set up to come on 3 different times, 3 different colors, 3 different settings. So it's really cool kind of controller to be able to do a lot of different features with the irrigation. The other great thing about it is it can be hardwired to your internet in the home. And so when it's hardwired to the internet in your home, you can be anywhere in the world and you can turn on your lights or turn your lights off at your home. So it's really cool. One of the features that we're doing here is we're actually taking these lights that are on these columns, the lights down the steps, and they will also be controlled by our controller. So they will all be tied together and be controlled by our Wi-Fi controller. So the homeowner doesn't have to have 4 different controllers to deal with. Their irrigation, their low voltage lights on the top of the walls, the lights that we're putting in. And in the future, you can see down in this bottom out here, I'll walk you over here. You can see that this is going to be a huge roundabout circle down here, and this space down here, there'll actually be lights on both sides of the driveway down this area. There's also possibly going to be a water feature here in the middle, and all of that can be controlled very easily by the controller that we've installed with the Luxar package. So we can control the lights down the driveway. Out there on the corner, there'll be a big sign built out there, a nice sign with some planting around that. And that'll be done as well. So we'll give you the tour and show it off to you. So Front yard, a big huge retaining wall was built here. We've got Bermuda sod here is installed. We got more sod going in on this side. Big open space. They're going to put tents out here so they can have events out this area. As you can see, as we come around this corner of the house, you see our Jack Magnolia is full of blooms, but you can also see down through here where we've come in and graded all this off and prepared it and got it sodded and ready for the new season. This sod is Bermuda. We bought it down in Montezuma, had it delivered. It's good sod. Matter of fact, we got, I think, 10 more pallets coming this week if the weather holds. As you can see, we redid some piping in here. We have a gas tank that's buried. We've got some, as you can see here, we got a little erosion where the water actually comes down this embankment and it actually washes across the sod, and so we're going to have to fix that and regrade that so that the water will watershed away from the house instead of coming towards the house. And then as we come on around, this is the back circle driveway. Luke Yoder put these steps in for us with his construction crew, and then we've sodded them and made a nice set of steps going up the hill. Very simple, very easy, but they work and they're very functional. Because as you can see, with all of our trucks parked up on the top, that's where the parking is going to be. And so people will be able to park up there and then walk down and be able to go into the back of the venue. And then we're going to re-landscape all this space here on the left as well. As you can come on around this way, this is kind of going back out the circle driveway on the back of the home. As you can see, the guys are putting in the irrigation. They're putting the final touches on the irrigation, getting it ready. We found out in this particular instance that there was a concrete driveway right there, and so we had to dig that, cut that driveway out with the demo saw, get that done, and then get those heads so they both set in there. This particular system, we're using PGPs, a lot of PGPs and some PGJs for the irrigation system, and then in the beds we're going to use MP rotators in those areas, so that way we can watch our water usage and make sure that the project is not overwatering, but we have enough water pressure to cover everything. So hey, this is just kind of a run through of the project currently where we're at, and kind of highlight a few things. If you are interested in these kind of things, just let us know. Hopefully next week we'll be able to give you a follow-up on the final product and show you what the final picture looks like. I know William will be doing some video and some drone shots, and then maybe in the spring, once everything greens up and starts to looking really good, we can come out and shoot some more video for you and show you what it looks like in the springtime. So if we can help you with your landscape, your irrigation, any of that stuff, just give us a call. Thanks for viewing.